Hello everyone, we are Group 3 and today we are presenting LifeLink, a blood donation matching platform we built for Ghana. Our presentation will focus on the software engineering decisions that shape how we build this system, the architecture, the principles and the design patterns. Now, let's start with why these platforms need to exist. Ghana collected about 187,000 units of blood in 2024 against a who recommended need of 308,000. That's a 40% shortfall. Voluntary donations are actually declining from 80% in 2023 down to just 29% in 2024. And there is no centralized real-time system connecting hospitals that urgently need blood with donors who are nearby and compatible. That gap is what LifeLink is designed to close.
So what LifeLink does, how it works, so it automatically matches hospitals to the verified donors the moment a blood request is submitted using the blood type compatibility. So what's our technology stack? We have PHP, MySQL, HTML5, Tailwind CSS, and then JavaScript. We use Jump for like local host, and now we hosted our website on the live server. We have 4 users role: donors, hospital, health worker and admin, all of them collaborating together. Now let's see what software engineering principles shape our platform. We have separation of concerns. So we have like a 3-tier architecture, like the front end part, the presentation, then the business logic, which is the back end with PHP, REST API, then we have the data layers where we use MySQL database of the school server. We have modularity. Modularity is a centralized behavior our app is sharing through the app.js. So the front end all collaborate through this app.js. Functional independence. So this is a high cohesion, low coupling. So every PHP file has its own like backend functionality, like authentication is for authentication, updating profile, all these things. So we have requests for the requests, all of that. Information hiding is the last one. So we have our role enforcement. Our system automatically detects whether a user is a donor or a user is a hospital. So we have the 3-tier architecture, which is HTML, and then we have backend API, and then the database.
We implemented 3 design patterns. Each of them solve a real problem in our system. First, the singleton pattern in database.php. Open a new database connection every time is slow and inefficient. So we made sure only one connection is created per request. The database class has a private constructor and a single shared instance. All files use database get instance to access it, no duplicates. Second, we implemented the factory pattern in user factory.php. Before registration, use many if statement based on our roles, and that made the code messy and hard to maintain. Now we use a factory. Each role, donor, hospital or health worker has its own creator class. The system just asks the factory for the right creator, no condition needed. Our third design pattern we implemented was the observe pattern in event system.php. We need to notify different parts of our system when something happens. For example, a new blood request. Instead of hard coding notification, we use observe. The system send out an event and any listener can respond. This keeps our code clear and lovely connected.
Okay, so now we'll go to our agile development. We basically had 4 different sprints across the 8 weeks. So we had the first sprint, the second sprint, and the third sprint. Our first sprint was between week 1 and week 2. We focused on our project setup, our database schema, and authentication. And then the second sprint now was from the 3rd week to the 4th week, where we focused on our donor module, our hospital module, and our matching engine. Then we went now to our 3rd sprint, which was basically from week 6 to week 7, which focused on our admin dashboard, our health workers module and notification. And then the last sprint was from week 7 to week 8, which focused on our testing, fixing the debug and documentation, then with the presentation. So we had like a daily stand-up, our ClickUp backlog, and a GitHub features just to make sure our project followed these sprint processes. Now I'll take you to the various diagrams we had. So this is our ClickUp. We basically completed 49 tasks, and then for our future plans, our future plans are still in progress. So we assign each members, like Doni has something to do, Ibrahim has something to do, Akim has something to do, and I have something to do. So basically assign these different tasks, and we all completed our tasks, the major tasks, and these are the ones for our future plans. Now this is our use case diagram. We have our donor, we have our hospital, we have the health worker and the admin, and then these are class diagrams with the different relationships between the class diagrams. Then this now our activity diagram, which is shown on the right, and then this are our last activity diagram. Then this is our sequential diagram right down with the different flow of processes from the donor, from the different users. So now this is our Figma diagram. This is what we initially had. This is our Figma diagram, and this is what we are trying to create, and the demo will show this, how we finally created this from the different tasks we assigned to ourselves. So I'll take you now to our demo.
So for the demo, we already log in details for the hospital. We directly try to make a new request for the blood. So the name, we can put Linares, right? Then the hospital name is automatic because it's a hospital itself that is making. So let's say it's maternity. Then the city is Accra. So for the hospital, if it was let's say accident road, for the hospital, if it was like a health worker, the person will going to have a drop down of the hospital available. So I'm taking A+ because I have a donor profile that is open, so critical. So I will review the request and then submit the request. So the request has been submitted.
It's recording.
So we came to the dashboard for the donor, right? All the requests are here. So this is the request that we just made, right? So we will see the details of the request. This is it. We chose A+ right now. So I will choose to donate. So I'm donating. Now I have the hospital has been notified. We are going to log in with the hospital profile and then see whether we receive the notification. So yeah, we have a notification here in arresting A. So right, here we can see that the notification, a donor has committed to donate A+ for in arresting A. So I just come here in the dashboard, right? If I want, I can read the notification so that it doesn't show here. So I will just come and then I fulfill it because it's here. So I fulfill, I will just confirm it. And then the fulfillment rate has increased. So this is how our platform works. If I fulfill this one, you can see that it is 100%. So thank you very much for watching this presentation.